It's a PlayStation Collectors Podcast. PlayStation Collectors Podcast. PlayStation Collectors Podcast. Welcome to the show. It's a PlayStation Collectors Podcast. PlayStation Collectors Podcast. PlayStation Collectors Podcast. Welcome to the show. It's a PlayStation Collectors Podcast. PlayStation Collectors Podcast. PlayStation Collectors Podcast. Welcome to the show. Podcast, PlayStation Collectors Podcast. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. It's a PlayStation.
It starts
Hey, Will, how's it going?
I'm okay, I guess. You want me to just say I'm doing great, fake it, or do you want the truth?
No, I want the truth, full truth.
Let me ask you first. How are you doing?
I'm better because I had surgery like 2 weeks ago, and I was in a bit of pain last podcast, but my mouth healed up pretty well, so I'm feeling good. But my legs are sore.
we're gonna touch on that a little bit later. Why your legs are sore?
Yeah.
Me, this whole fucking whatnot thing with Dusty Games is just bummed me out. Really bummed me out. It's got me second guessing this whole collecting habit of mine, hobby, whatever you want to call it. But I don't know. I told the guys in the Dick chat group that I was hanging it up, but we'll see. We'll see how it pans out.
I mean, I completely get that. Like when the whole Water Games controversy was going around, like, really put a sour thing on collecting in my mouth. Like, it really turned me off it for a bit. But it comes in waves.
Yeah, hopefully this wave passes. But yeah, it's a lot of slimy dickheads just coming out of the woodwork.
There is, but I find there's a lot more good people in this community than there are bad people. So definitely,
my 5-year-old just walked in the door. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, you're right. So today, guys, we've got a special guest for you all. I don't know if some of you guys were around the PS3 collecting scene 7 or 8 years ago. You guys might remember CollectorFanatic101 on YouTube, aka Joseph. Joseph is going to come on the podcast for us today, guys, and I'm pretty excited to welcome CollectorFanatic101. Hey, Joe, how's it going?
Hey, folks, how's it going?
Hello, Joe. Welcome aboard. How you doing?
Appreciate it, man. I'm doing pretty good. Getting ready for bed here in a little bit.
Thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it, Joe. It's nice to see you.
Yeah. This is like my first time back on camera in like 6 years. So it's kind of weird.
I just looked it up. Last post 5 years ago for your YouTube.
Oh, it was 5? Yeah, it was like January of like 2017, I think my last video was.
Come back. The community needs you.
I know.
Are you primarily PS1, PS2, PS3, or just all across?
So I used to be like a little bit of everything. Like before I started doing YouTube, I collected for Nintendo, Atari, the Vectrix, the Odyssey. I literally collected for everything. And then it got to a point where I was like, I got kind of like burnt out from it, and I sold it all. And then that was like probably like 2008. And then I started really like collecting for PS3. So now I'm like PS3, PS4, PS5 for the most part.
The Vectrix, that's an expensive system right there.
Oh, the Vectrix?
Yeah.
Well, it is now. Like, but like when I collected for it was like dirt cheap. Even Nintendo, like the original NES, like I remember like buying Little Samson, I think for like $180, and like back then I thought that was like super expensive. Now
Probably
I think those for like $9,000 or $10,000, which is insane.
I'm not even a Nintendo guy, and I know what Little Samson is. So yeah. Shit, $100 is a deal. Yeah,
and not just video games. You also collect statues and figurines.
Yeah, so I collect. Well, like you've seen my Dark Souls like shrine, I guess. I'll probably show it here in a little bit once we get like more into this. But yeah, I collect like statues for that. I'm just like a big Souls guy, and then I collect like laser discs, which is kind of like a weird thing.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
Are they the same size as a record?
Yeah,
Or not?
yeah.
No?
Actually, hold on. I for one of my favorite movies, I have one right here, which is The Thing. I don't know if you can all
Yeah,
make that out, but
Yeah, let's go.
yeah, that's the size of it right there.
Is it is that a cardboard sleeve or is it like a giant CD case?
It's a giant CD. Literally, it's a
Shit.
giant CD.
This might sound silly, but what do you play them on?
I don't. Yeah, kind of a weird thing. Like I had a laser disc player, but like they're prone to like breaking a lot. So now I just like collect like onesie twosies, like especially like 80s horror movies. I like to collect them for. So
Okay.
Yeah, gonna shift over to VHS. That's the big craze now. Everybody wants VHS.
VHS tapes, yeah, that's wild. Like actually pretty recently I went to try to find like a VHS player. They're like $100.
Funny you say that. I tracked one down for my grandma for Christmas. It took me like 6 months to find one, and I think I paid $80 for it.
Yeah.
Just a player.
Yeah, just a VHS player.
Yeah, man. Maybe I'll shift over to VHS collecting. VHS ain't dead. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
There you go. You can start that on Facebook.
Facebook. Well, how'd you put it? Is for memes and dickheads.
Yeah, I'm just a dickhead on Facebook and I just post memes now.
You're not wrong, but that's all Facebook is these days.
Oh man, you guys are cruel. That's my social media of choice. But then
Just
again,
so you guys know, like I can't see the chat, so if like anybody's like saying anything, I won't be able to see it.
well, let's
That's all right.
see
We'll get to chat soon.
All right, cool.
who's in the chat today. Okay, Figsy.
Welcome everyone. So Chaos is in here.
Oh, what's up, man? Oh, there we go. Now I'm starting to see him.
AJT. Damn it, I'm
AJ's
going
TV and music archive channel.
Hey,
Jim, what's
Jim's
up,
already-
Jim? Must be late over in the UK.
Oh yeah, for sure. What's up, Jim?
Kiana, mate.
Hello.
Ricky's in chat.
well, thank you for the kind words, Ricky, but you're kind of the reason I'm leaving. So
He's like, come on, Will, you can't hang up the boots. We love you.
well, so yeah, that's it. It's early.
Shawnee's in here. Welcome, Shawnee. As well as Jamie. Welcome, Jamie.
We're gonna get Jamie on as soon as he gets his collection in order. He's got this guy. As soon as Jamie gets his collection in order, we'll get him on. So hey, what's up, Jamie?
We got Lula Girl. Welcome, Lula Girl.
Yeah, that's it. Wait, look at that. We got through the chat last time. We ended the podcast with at least a couple dozen people in the chat left out. So let's try and keep up. I'm drinking coffee tonight.
As am I, as always.
Yeah. Well,
I got the body armor. Oh, hey, Figs, can you cut me off really quick? I have to take this phone call. It's work.
Yeah. Drinking coffee. Not my usual Thursday night beer, but I'm here, man. So let's. I want to talk about what we got going on tonight. We have a couple exciting things to discuss. Well, hopefully we missed it out last week, but we're gonna get to name that game. Figsy named that game, so we're gonna do a round of that.
Incorrectly named that game.
Hey, the more you fuck it up, the better it is. So just think about that. And we were talking about whatchamacallits, soundtracks later.
Favorite soundtracks.
Yeah, that was was actually a suggestion from Jim Jordan over in the UK. So thanks for the idea. And we're gonna have Ricky Andre back for a split second as soon as we get an update on this whole PS3 reprint debacle that's going down.
And I believe Ricky's going to be doing a live unboxing on one of the reprints that he's purchased.
It's going to be Arcania. He was going to do one of the big ones, either Syberia or what was the other one? Painkiller. But you know how collectors are; they don't want to unseal their shit. He'll risk a Syberia, but not a Painkiller.
Sorry for that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I can understand that. Welcome back, Joe.
Richard Heckman would like to know. I guess he's talking to you, Joe. What's your guy's favorite games to collect?
Ooh.
Oh, well,
I'm gonna move my camera really quick. I'll just answer that in like one picture. I don't know if everybody can see all that.
oh, look at that.
That's probably like my favorite game to collect for, which is the Souls series.
How many across how many consoles you got that thing?
Oh, just two. So just PS3 and PS. Oh, well, PS5 if you count Elden Ring and the Demon Souls remake. So yeah, PS3, PS4.
I
And,
think your
PS5.
microphone's being covered up, Joe.
Mine is. Is that better?
No,
No, it's not.
What'd you do? You sounded perfect earlier.
No.
Please stand by, ladies and gentlemen. We're having some technical difficulty.
No,
No,
it
where's your,
sounds like you're underwater. The video is perfect.
yeah, the video is perfect. It's just the sound is. Did you have headphones on earlier? Wait. Go back to that. What'd you do?
You muted it and unmuted it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not it.
Do you want to try leave and rejoin with the link?
Well,
So
this
Ricky
pop-
said he'll be unboxing Arcania, and then he said maybe Syberia. That's big.
He said maybe Siberia.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There he is. He's showing up. Do it, Ricky. Let's. We got to find out. I want to get to the bottom of whether or not this thing has a manual in it. I'm not going to spoil it. I'll wait till he gets here. He'll tell you all the exciting news.
So that Whatnot stream was quite interesting yesterday.
Yeah, I got banned real quick, and I didn't even say anything that's salacious. To be honest with you, I was just some other guy in there, Atari fanboy, 1977 or 77. That guy was going off, and I was wherever you are out there, 77. Hell yeah, man, give him hell. But a lot of people are arguing. Well, it's still an official release. It's still an official release, but the issue isn't whether or not these releases are official or not. The issue is these guys are hiding the fact. Me and the other guy and there's a couple other people in there pushing them, but they kept dodging the question. Like,
Well, you don't know how many copies they've got. They could have thousands of copies.
yeah, well, we'll see. We'll never know because those guys aren't going to tell. Hey,
Welcome
Joe's
back.
back.
Is my mic good now?
There we go.
Perfect.
I took the case off. I guess that was throwing it off. Sorry about that, guys.
Oh,
No, you're right. I'm sure having a phone call and then the phone's just gone crazy.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that probably didn't help.
And just let this just for all you guys out there who keep putting this up. Yeah, I'll do it later. You can do it on your phone. You don't need a fancy setup or a fancy rig. Just get on your phone and do it. I mean, shit, Joe looks great. He sounds great. Cheers,
Appreciate
Joe.
it. But I guess I don't know what I missed, but yeah, going back to like the Dark Souls stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much what I collect for is all the Dark Souls. So
I'm trying to get a look at your
My favorite
collection.
series to collect for as well. Love From Software. Welcome, Chris.
what's going on, man?
What are you currently playing, Joe? What's your game of choice these days?
So currently, right now, I'm playing Tunic. It was an Xbox exclusive, like maybe like 6 months ago or 9 months ago, last year sometime. I don't remember, but it just dropped on PS5 and PS4. I think on Tuesday. So I just bought that, and I don't know. It's pretty awesome. It kind of reminds me of like Legend of Zelda mixed with like 3D dot Game Heroes.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, it's
It's
pretty good so far. I'm about like 3 hours in, and yeah, I'm enjoying it.
digital or physical?
Digital, unfortunately. I'm usually a physical guy, but yeah, it's only digital.
Shame on
I've
you.
actually just purchased a game to play digital only because there's only a digital copy.
Yeah,
It's called Fair Dunkum. It's sort of like an Australian version of Stardew Valley crossed with Animal Crossing. It looks
Oh.
interesting. So I'll stream it for you guys. I'm live on YouTube.
Isn't Fair Dinkum, isn't that like an Australian saying?
Yeah. You
Was
can
it
catch like crocodiles and kangaroos as pets and stuff.
Yes. So it's basically Aussie Simulator.
Yeah, basically.
God damn it, I might check that game out.
So, Will, a question of yours has been answered in chat. It looks like your friend from the Whatnot stream was AJ.
AJ. All right. So AJ was an Atari fanboy, 1970 or 77. Yeah, I was messaging back and forth. Yeah, AJ, cheers. Yeah, thanks for the support. Yeah, but again, getting back on that tired subject, people are thinking, wait, it's a bootleg. Wait, it's not official. No, these are official releases. It's just these guys they weren't being upfront whether or not about the origin of the game. And have you seen their warehouse figs, or have you seen?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Joe,
it's like one of the most impressive game warehouses I've seen in my entire life.
Joe, do you watch NES Pursuit or what is it, Pixel something or the other?
Pixel Game Squad.
I've probably seen their videos before, but like me and Figs were talking before the show, and he was explaining, and like I've seen that warehouse. So yeah, I kind of know what you guys are talking about.
You've been there?
No. I've seen it like in videos.
Okay. Yeah. You got to wonder what the origins of those games are, but you know, I'm going on and on about this. I'll talk about this shit all night if you let me. So I'll stop. Let's talk about something else.
Well, what are you playing, Will?
Oh, yeah, the same answer as last week. I'm still playing PUBG.
PUBG.
Yeah. I got a new digital game off of what's it called? PlayStation Plus, Fantasy Grand Blue Fantasy Versus.
Yeah.
I guess that's it's a big phone game over there in Japan, and they made a fighting game out of it. But it took the game that the game everybody loves it. All the fighting game enthusiasts love it, but it doesn't support netcode, which I guess is something you need to be worth a damn in the video game and the fighting genre these days. So it took a shit, but I like it. It's pretty. It's Japanesey, and it's all the shit I like.
You said that's a PS Plus game?
Yeah, PS Plus Grand Fantasy.
Oh, is that like the new ones for like October?
I think so. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I got the poor man's tier of PS Plus, and I only have it just so I can play online games. But yeah, it's check it out. I'm now gonna start looking for the physical. No, or maybe not. I don't know. the jury's still out on that one.
I have been playing a new game actually. So I was playing FIFA 22, and I've completely mixed it up. I've gone with FIFA 23.
Oh, there you go, man.
What's the difference?
The teams are updated with the new squads, and that's it. They've
Really?
literally copied career mode. Like the interface is exactly the same. It's so disappointing.
Don't they have Ted Lasso in that game now?
They have, but I haven't come across it because I just play career.
I don't know
mode.
if you guys have seen that show, but it's pretty good.
I was gonna say Ted Lasso, isn't that a TV show?
Yeah, it's like I think it's on like Apple TV or something.
No Apple
I
TV.
haven't seen it.
No, it's actually a pretty decent show. It's not bad.
I'm rocking an Android over here, so no. But no, I haven't subscribed. Who do we got? And what's this about Fit Mesa? Hold on a minute.
Welcome, Easy Hammer. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. We all know I can't pronounce names. Welcome, Peter. Hopefully your flight doesn't get delayed for too much longer. Peter's.
Yeah, I'm in Mesa.
Yeah, so if your flight gets delayed for too long, you can go and see Will.
Yeah, come on over, man. I'll make you some coffee. No beer tonight.
Yeah, if everybody's wondering why I keep going like that, it's so I can read the chat.
If everybody's wondering why I do it, it's because I'm fucking blind over here.
Yeah, I can't see anything unless I wear my glasses.
What else we got in the chat, Figs?
So Richard's asking how can they sell them as original copies. So that was interesting. That photo that you showed me, I'm actually going to post it on the podcast. They stated that if they don't state it's not an original copy, it's a reprint, which was quite interesting to say.
Are we talking about the Painkiller Controversy?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
talking. We're going back on these on the what the hell? It's Dusty Games on the Whatnot platform. Are you familiar with Whatnot at all?
No.
Okay, picture Twitch crossed with eBay. So they do live auctions. So they got a host in there, and they're busting out games, and they're auctioning this stuff off.
Yeah.
And yeah, there it is. If we don't say it's say it is a first print, assume it's a reprint.
Why can't you just say it's a reprint?
That's I know exactly right, but because
say it's a reprint.
Because I guess that would be negative. So they just put out this blanket statement just to cover their ass.
Wow.
No, but yeah, those guys are getting a little grief on social media. Who knows? Maybe they're probably tuned in. In fact, Bobby, if you're watching this, go ahead and hop in the chat if you want to defend your position. You piece of fucking shit. Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway.
So Chaos is over here playing Valkyria Elysium.
I heard it's a pretty good game. It got mixed reviews though, but I mean, I don't really look too much into reviews these days.
You know, I love JRPGs are my favorite thing to collect. But I'll be damned if I've ever finished maybe like 3 in my life. Xenosaga, I think I finished Final Fantasy 7 and Ni no Kuni. Well, the other ones on my shelf, I've started them. I put a couple 3, 4, 5 days into them, but yeah, one of these days I'll finish one.
I finished 2 of those 3 that you just mentioned.
I played Ni no Kuni for like 2 hours and I turned it off. I was like, I don't like this game literally at all.
Oh, I loved it. I finished it. It was a great game.
I mean, it's as close as we're going to get to Hayao Miyazaki. No, anyone? No. The Japanese Walt Disney.
Mm-mm.
No,
not ringing a bell. Are you talking about like those? I don't know. Name one of the movies and I'll.
Let's see, Princess Mononoke. Geez, I'm drawing a blank right now.
Is that the dude that makes like Totoro?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know those films, but yeah, those aren't my jam. I'm not really big into anime, but
yeah, that's that's as close as we're gonna get to a Hayao or is Hayao Miyazaki video game. But yeah, he did the artwork for that, and so you might recognize the art style. But no, I don't think. I think beyond the art copying his art, I'm not sure exactly how much they had to do with that game.
Right.
So if we touch back onto you, Joe, I can definitely say your videos influenced the reason why I started making videos.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Your videos influenced the reason why I started making YouTube videos.
That's crazy because like you've said that, and like a few other people have said that to me, and it's very humbling. And I'm glad like your channel has taken off and you're doing your thing. For me, like just YouTube, I just kind of like grew out of it, and maybe one day I will come back. It just hasn't like hit me like it used to. But like the podcast thing, like I was telling you before, like I was talking about doing like a video game podcast for like a couple of years now, and I wanted to start it. I just didn't really know how to do it. So it's still in the cards that I might come back. I just don't know when.
That's one of those things. You need free time. Free time is the hardest thing of this.
Yeah, and that's what it is. So like I'm like I work, Monday through Friday, or sometimes Monday through Saturday, or sometimes Monday through Sunday, and then go right back to work Monday. So and then I'm traveling all the time. So like trying to like fit that in like a schedule with work and like girlfriend time, kid time, and all that. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's completely understandable. And we didn't start the podcast until I left my job, and I reached out to Will saying, "Hey, I want to do this podcast thing," and he's like, "No, we're going to do it together."
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I forced
And
myself upon fixing.
Yeah,
that's how it evolved.
got to get your foot in the door.
No, yeah, we're over at PlayStation Ain't Dead. We have a YouTube channel in case anyone's wondering. PlayStation Ain't Dead. We're trying to get that thing off the ground, but it's just hard to make, like you said, to make time to make videos. And
Yeah. Now, I just had a question for the chat. Is there anybody in the chat that like maybe has seen my videos, or like any old fans? Because like I know it's been a while, so I don't know if really people have seen.
I'm
my
sure I
videos.
can't
But
be the only one.
I know for a fact if you just type in PlayStation 3 like rare games or something, I'm sure one of my videos will come up.
I watched the El Chavo El Chavo cart one recently. When Figsy said you were coming on, he's like, "Do you know Joe?" Figsy assumes I know everybody, and I was like, "No, I don't know Joe. Who you talking about?" So I did my homework, and yeah, it was one of my best pickups was El Chavo cart two times. I bought it two of them in one go. But fan of that game.
You helped me build my collection. Oh well, I appreciate it, man. I'm glad I could help you out. But man, that's really humbling. I appreciate that.
So AJ said, "I've been a fan for several years. You helped build my collection." And
yeah, that's who I was referring to. That means a lot, and I'm glad I could help you out, man. Awesome. Going back to what was saying. Oh shit, I already forgot what you were going on about.
He's been humbled. Now he can't say anything.
I'm feeling all good inside.
Oh, no time. No time to do YouTube. Is that what I was talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. It'll come to me.
I got
like that. It's a small world, and this is a small community.
Yeah, like the El Chavo video. I think that was like my rare PlayStation 3 games, like number 7 or something. And like I go back and I watch some of them, and I think they're like kind of cringe because like I say a lot, just like I just did now, and I catch myself. But I think I did pretty good with like actually like. Because I had no idea back then. I just like, I never see this game, or I never see this game, or this game just happens to be like a South American exclusive kind of thing. So it was all guesswork, really.
I mean, it's all you need is a drive, desire, and be into something, and you want to share it. And it makes for
a lot of homework and a lot of like guesswork, pretty much.
And that's all. Like when I try and make a video like that, it's just speculation,
Yeah.
You can't
and sometimes it like pans out because like some of those, like I think I had Painkiller on there on one of them, El Chavo Cart, Africa, like all the big ones, I guess. I don't think I ever put Syberia on there because I don't think I ever got a copy of Syberia.
Yeah. Pretty soon, like Figsy's, we were talking. Anyway, Africa is going to be the next. It's going to shoot to the top.
I hope so. I mean. Really, you'd like to think Africa's probably got the least amount of coffees out there of all the big ones. But again, you don't know. You just don't know.
Be careful, certain dickhead parties.
Sorry,
getting ready to reprint the fucker.
Now is because I've been kind of like out of like the PS3 collecting for quite a while, so I don't know what is going up in price. Is Steingate like up in value?
I've heard Steingate's going up in value. I'm going to look that up. So Richard also said you gave me really good tips on which games to look for.
I don't think he heard you.
I guess everybody that's not in the know, I guess it's right here, Steingate.
I picked that one up. I picked one off of Mercari, but probably about 6 months ago. It was a sealed copy. But unfortunately was PAL. But now I'm thinking, maybe PAL's the way to go because those guys are still their waters aren't muddied by this fucking bullshit asshole.
Yeah, so like it's weird because like some PAL games are like super cheap, and then you come to the United States and just that like little, like you were saying like on the first podcast, just that like little NTSC sticker that makes like a whole difference.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And of course, that
especially for PS2 and backwards when games were region locked because you don't have a choice. But like even before the podcast, we talked about Castlevania, and I told you it's a $500 game over here.
That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Because like I
And
know
that's-
it's gone up in value, but like here, you know, like a used copy will go for like $100.
So over here, people say like because it's such a popular game, people will actually import an American PlayStation 1 or PS2 and
Mhm.
an American copy just so they can play it.
Okay, so it's
Wow.
it's Castlevania on PS1 you're talking about. That's
Yeah,
Yeah, Symphony of the Night.
What's that go for locally? Or when I say locally, I'm talking to you, Joe.
Oh, so like I don't really collect for PS1 anymore, but like anytime I go to a game store, I always got to look at like, you know, the rare case. I think every video game store has one of those.
Yeah.
And I always see pop up, whether it be like greatest hits or like the like regular like launch version, and it usually goes for around 100, 120.
It begs the question: what do you consider an expensive game? At what dollar point does a game get labeled as expensive in your book?
In my book,
Yeah.
that's really hard to say because like if it's a game I really really want, it's a really good game. I would say like $300.
Really?
I've got an interesting take on that answer. I think an expensive game is a game that sells for more than what the retail price of the game is.
Okay, yeah, I could agree to that.
Castlevania PS1, according to price charting, $130. And to me,
Yeah, so I was like right there.
but I gotta agree with Figsy. Same here. If it's over the original retail value of a new game or of the game when it was new, yeah, that's that game is appreciated in value. So and that's,
yeah. So luckily for like all my PS3, PS4, and even I guess PS5, if you really want to count it, it's still relatively new. I've never really paid overpriced for any of my games. I think the most expensive one I paid was $70 for Africa Sealed, but that was like directly from Amazon.
Man, that's such a good deal today.
Yeah, it's sealed. Shit.
And like back then, I think it was TJ or somebody.
Yeah, it
we were
was
like,
TJ.
we were literally eyeing the same one, and it was on there for like a week, and I was like, $70 for Africa? Like it's just like Pokemon Snap kind of, but like, you know, taking pictures of like rhinos and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys have ever played it. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not terrible, but it's not good either.
I've played it. I kind of enjoyed it, but I got bored of it after like 10 minutes, you know.
Yeah, but I was like, even at that time, I was like, $70. That's so much money. And then I bit the bullet and I ended up getting it. I don't regret it now.
So you get in the back of a Range Rover and with the Nikon camera and just go around taking pics of animals.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much.
Apparently, if you keep at the game, you can drive the vehicle, I heard, but I didn't play it long enough to drive it.
No, me neither. I played maybe about 45 minutes to an hour.
Looking, I looked it up real quick. Castlevania Symphony of the Night PAL. Just a regular one goes for $342.
Insane.
US, and the limited edition goes for $561 US.
If I found a copy for $340, I'd buy it today. Put it that way.
Really?
Yeah.
So
I haven't seen that game under $500 for a long time.
No, me personally, I never made any distinction between PAL collecting, but you know, there's PAL, there's your PAL, the OSPAL, and then there's a European PAL. Does PS1 have the same difference? Or?
Well, actually, there is to an extent. I'll show you.
OSPAL.
So not so much as pricing. I mean, the market over here is more expensive, but Australia actually got their own cases for PS1. So we got these really small cases, like almost like the American cases, where the rest of Europe got these thick cases.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll only find these little cases in Australia.
Yeah, like the jewel case.
Are those
I personally prefer this big case, so I'll import my copies from Europe.
On the thin case, is it the same for your music CDs over there? Is it the same case?
Yeah, same case.
Yeah.
I mean, these actually say PlayStation on the...
While we're still talking about this subject, was showing Fizzies these before like we started, but like there's my original copy. This is like the one I got when I was a kid. This is the very first video game I ever got for PS1.
Wow,
That's a good one.
I'll never sell it. It's like
what a good way to start.
It's like completely like nobody could buy this for me. They could offer me 10,000. I still wouldn't sell it.
I was just about to offer you 200.
And then Castlevania for the Sega Saturn, but it's the Japanese version. And I got this while I was in Japan in 2017. And then we have the PS1, but also the Japanese version.
Do you have a Japanese console to play these on?
No.
Is the Dreamcast region locked?
Oh, that's a good question.
The Dreamcast?
Yeah, is it region locked?
I'm not really sure. But I know like this. So the Sega Saturn for Castlevania,
It's a Saturn. Okay.
it's actually a better it's not a better version. There's like a couple more levels than what the PlayStation got. It just like runs at like 15 frames per second, so it's almost unplayable.
15 frames per second.
Yeah, there's like during fights or like fast paced action on screen, it'll like bog down.
Oh, when too much shit gets on the screen. I got you.
Yeah. But
Let's.
yeah, anyway.
What do we miss in the chat, Figsy?
We got Hilda in here. Welcome, Hilda. Finally made it to a live stream. Hope we're all well.
Awesome.
Jim says, I'm forever the casual. I've given Tomb Raider 2013 a well-deserved return. I enjoyed the 2013 and 14 Tomb Raider games. There were two of them. I enjoyed them both.
The PS1 Tomb Raider game was responsible for many a weird boner from me. So that game holds a special place in my heart. Good shit.
That's good shit, man. I respect it.
Come on, those geometrical. Okay, we're not going to get into it anyway.
I think I was putting the butler in the freezer. That's about my memories of Tomb Raider on PS1.
Oh, you mean literally putting the butler in the freezer?
Yeah,
because that means something different here. I'm kidding. I'm making that shit up. Let's go.
So Richard asks, have you ever played Tales of Arise? I just started playing it, and how did you like it? I've heard it was the game of the year last year. I picked it up. I really want to play it, but I haven't started it yet.
Didn't that just drop? I mean, how long ago did that drop?
Last year.
It's on PS4 and PS5, correct?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it. I mean, but any Tales of game, I'm all about. Not because I know, not because they're great games or anything, but I just love the covers and I want that shit on my shelf. They
dropped in price over here recently, so I picked up a copy.
Yeah, I have not played it. I think the last Tales game I played was Tales of Symphonia.
Wow.
That's going back a couple of years. So, yeah, that was the last one I played.
I'm going back a few years too. The last one I played was Zelda 2 on the PS3. I think there's been 4 released since then.
Yeah.
How far back does the Tales go? Was there a PS1 Tales game?
There's multiple PS1 Tales games.
Yep.
And they are hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Do they go
Tales of Destiny on PS1, and there's another one.
Cool Tales of Destiny 2 as well.
Do they go back even further on consoles, or is that the first appearance?
That I cannot answer.
Chat.
I don't know.
I need the information. Who knows?
I don't know. I think they started like on PS1 or in that era.
Oh, Jamie's playing Truck Racer for PS3. I cannot imagine that being a good game.
Guy's into it. He's he's heavy into it. No, I'm not a car racing guy or a truck racing guy.
I remember as a kid, I bought this PS1 game. I'll actually show you guys in a second because I do have it. It's called Truck Racing. And I used to enjoy like racing sims when I was a kid. But this was the most boring game ever. You're driving in like a semi-trailer slow truck around a track. It was so boring.
Did you ever see Big Rigs for PC?
I know the game you're talking about.
Yeah, a horrible, awful, should have never been released kind of game. Yeah, I'll be right back, guys.
Oh. Hello, it's just me. Well, in that case, I'm going to chat. Let's see what we got up in here.
truck racing. I bought it just for nostalgic reasons of how bad memories were. Trying to show the little photos of it.
It just looks bad. That's that should be the homework for next week. Bad games. In fact, don't let me forget that. We got Paul Kreiswyk on next week. He's out of Holland. I don't think you've ever met him, but
Is
he
that
does a lot of, I'm sorry?
Is that this Sunday?
No, yeah, this Sunday, not next week.
Yep.
My bad. But yeah, we'll be talking to him, and he does a lot of console mods, and I don't mean like the pirating mods and whatnot, but I'm talking about physical mods.
Interesting. Like upgrading hard drives and things like that.
No, I'm talking about like putting LEDs on your console, and
that's cool.
Crazy paint jobs, and I got some pictures. He's got some pictures he's gonna bring, so we'll check all that shit out when he comes back. Who else we got?
Friday we'll have Ben from Video Game Dad's podcast coming on. Ben formerly had a complete PS3 and Dreamcast set, so that should be really interesting. Looking forward to that one.
Where's Ben out of?
He's in, I think it might be Minneapolis.
Oh, an American.
Sorry about that.
In America somewhere. I probably have the state wrong. Oh, it's the same state as James Johnson.
So it's Kansas.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's in Kansas City. I don't know. We're all here doxing people, but anyway. Who else? Guys, I got a small emergency with a screaming child downstairs. I'll be right back.
Good morning.
Welcome, Ellis family.
Yeah, it's like 8:42 p.m. here, so kind of good morning, good night. Where's he going?
He's going downstairs for a second. He'll be back.
Oh, right on.
So, Joe, since your YouTube channel, what has been your focus with collecting? You've really gotten to the PS4?
Who, me?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got in a PS4 like kind of crazy, and I got out of hand a little bit. I've actually sold probably I would probably say like 75 games over like the last year. Just games that I had doubles of, or games that like were like going up in value, and they were just like collecting dust. But like, like the PS4, like anybody that's going for like a complete set for PS4, like good luck.
Hats off.
Yeah, because like I know
one person that's doing it.
I go to GameStop or a game store, and I'll see like 5 or 6 games that I've never heard of or seen before. They just like keep popping and popping.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just kind of slowed down because it got like too much, because there's always like new games releasing. And then like we were talking about like the limited run game stuff. I used to collect for them all the time, and they're releasing like 4 or 5 games like a month, sometimes more. I just can't do it.
And that's a system. And then you've got Switch, you've got PS5, whatever else they're putting out.
Yeah, exactly. And now,
did you ever dabble in the Switch?
Oh, and Limited Run now is doing Xbox titles, which is awesome for like, yeah. So that's awesome for like the Xbox crowd that have like missed out on like a lot of titles. But yeah, they're starting to release games for Xbox now.
Wow, I haven't seen a limited run Xbox game. That's interesting.
Yeah, there's only like a few because it just started like a couple months ago. But yeah.
Did you ever get into the Switch?
No. So my Switch currently collects dust right now.
Yeah.
My girlfriend probably uses it probably more than I do. She got into what's that game everybody was playing?
Animal Crossing.
Yeah, there you go. So she was like playing the hell out of that. And then she kind of like got bored of that. And I'm just waiting for like pretty much Breath of the Wild 2, honestly.
Yep.
That's
funny you say that. I started Breath of the Wild 1, and then I never returned to it. And then I picked up a sealed copy and sold my open one. And now I'm like, I really want to play it, but now my copy's sealed.
Okay, and I'm going to probably get like a lot of hate in the comments, and come at me, whatever. But like, I don't think Breath of the Wild is a good Zelda game.
Yeah, that's fair. Everyone.
Does that make sense? Like, it's a great game. I just don't think it's a great Zelda game.
I can completely see your points there.
Yeah, like they made some changes, and I do like the open world aspect, but like I wanted dungeons, you know. That's like the whole appeal of like the Zelda games is like, you know, the like puzzles and the dungeons, and there weren't any. You know what I mean?
I think they've seen what's really popular in mainstream, and they've tried to turn their game into something like that, and it's worked because it's sales.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it sold like
goes
crazy,
away from the core of what their game was.
Great game. I just didn't think it was like a great Zelda title, but I'm still looking forward to part 2.
And let me rephrase something for you. If they branded as a new IP, how do you think it would have done?
That's what I mean. Like they could have just not called it Zelda and called it like something else, and I still would have liked the game. You know what I mean?
Do you think it would have sold as well though?
Probably not. No.
Yeah, so I can see why they would have done what they've done.
Yeah.
Never played a Zelda game in my life. I'll be honest.
I don't want to say you're missing out, but you're kind of missing out.
I was waiting for you, Will, to show this comment, and I just seen this morning that Australia's getting Amari released.
Oh man, that game is so rare. It's a precious. It's a precious jewel.
So Ellis is saying I'm into PS5 collecting. I'm now up to 150 games.
That's crazy. I didn't even know there was 150 physical games for the system.
I think it's up to almost 500 now.
Yeah, I was gonna say James. He's on top of everyone that comes out. I think he's got like over 500 games.
That's insane. I mean, granted, I know there are probably like some indie, like weird games, like Crazy Chicken or something like that.
There's multiple versions of that. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Has Limited Run gotten there? Yeah, they've got. I'm sure they've put out a couple PS5 games already.
Oh, they're pumping out multiple. One a week. Man? What's up, Brandon?
Hey, Brandon.
Jamie was saying, yeah, Castlevania for PS1 is definitely in that $500 to $600 range.
Jamie, you got that thing in your collection? Yeah, he'll pop in. He can't answer.
So AJ confirmed that the Dreamcast is region locked, but it's easy to bypass the region lockout.
It's really easy to burn. You could just burn.
Yeah, you can do anything you want with the Dreamcast. You could burn the games.
That's crazy.
What's up, James? We're talking about you. He's in chat. Joe and Michael got me heavily focused on the PS3 back in the day, and I can completely agree to that fact. Michael Young, the other YouTube channel we're talking about.
Yep. James Johnson, good to meet you, man. I'm glad my videos kind of helped you out. But yeah, I don't know whatever happened to Michael Young. Because like me and him kind of started like right around the same time.
Yeah.
But we weren't like competing with each other. We were just like doing our own thing. But then he just kind of like disappeared. I don't know.
Yeah, and he had really good videos too, and they're getting like, if you look at them, they've got like 400,000 views, you know, so they did really well.
Yeah.
I was under the impression that he got a lot of hate from his videos, so that's why he stopped making them.
You gotta be able to take the criticism, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Andy says they're our theme song, so I'm gonna play it.
Collectors Podcast PlayStation. Collectors Podcast PlayStation. Collectors Podcast. Well,
Who actually did that?
That's
me.
Will.
That's all Will.
That was all you?
Yeah, drum machine and a guitar and a free program off the internet.
You did the vocals too?
Yeah, that's me. That's
awesome, man. That's good shit.
I think it's impressive. I love it.
I would pay to go see a show, man.
check out my band Stalefish. You can find us somewhere on YouTube.
Stalefish for real?
Yeah,
I'll check them out.
Yeah, Stalefish with the instead of E, it's a number 3 because.
There's TJ.
What's up, TJ?
What's up, man? Good to see him in here.
Ooh, so Chaos says, I'm going for a complete PS4 set, only retail games. I buy those random games that I see at GameStop. For me, for the fact that the PS5 is backwards compatible, I don't see them stop making PS4 times games anytime soon.
No, probably not for like another like 3 or 4 years, honestly, or longer than that, really.
How far into the PS4's life cycle did the PS3 keep cranking out games? Like a year, 2 years?
Yeah, but it's different because of the backwards compatibility. Because
Yeah.
Sony can still sell a PS4 game to a owner of a PS5.
True. But like PS3, what was the last game? Like FIFA 2019 or something?
I
Yeah, but they
believe
really
so.
stopped around 2016.
Yeah. And
2015,
that,
16, you're seeing regular releases, and then it
yeah,
stopped.
true.
Who
But
else
if you
we
look
got?
at the PS1, a lot of PS1 games were released in 2004, 2005 because
Oh
you could
yeah,
play
like
them on the
PS, yeah,
PS2.
all because backwards compatibility with PS2.
And there were
And
actually some really good exclusives released late in the PS1 life cycle,
Yeah.
which just really surprised some people.
Final Fantasy 9, I think Final Fantasy 9 released after the PS2 was already out.
Because Final Fantasy 6 came after because it includes a demo for Final Fantasy 10.
Yeah.
Like, how crazy is that? They're throwing a PS2 game demo in a PS1 game.
Wow.
I never collected seriously for PS1. I owned one. I played the shit out of it, and I think, but no, I never stacked the games. Same with Sega Genesis, but I'm a late bloomer when it comes to this collection stuff. I started collecting the PS2, but
DJ says, I'm late, but please tell me this video started with, hey folks, I'm back with another video.
Oh, I should have did that, but I didn't want to sound dumb. But I did say, "Hey, folks," I think. But for TJ, hey, folks, I'm back with another video.
is this was that your standard sign on the?
Yeah, kind of. Like I just rolled with whatever, and it just kind of stuck because then everybody would be like in the comments, like, "Hey, folks." So I guess they enjoyed it. I don't know.
The
That's
closest
the thing
thing-
about YouTube back then. Like, that was the thing. It's not like that anymore.
No, yeah, you had to have like a little catchy, like,
What's up, guys?
yeah.
Let's get into it, or whatever the hell that guy says. Yeah, the closest thing we do on PlayStation that did is the few videos I have on there. I open up with, "Hey, what's up, dickheads?"
It's ironic Limited Run is doing Xbox games, considering the Xbox requires an internet connection to play.
Weird.
Poor Xbox. They get no respect.
Money.
I'm not even gonna say anything to that, but like I'm just glad that like they are finally like releasing games for Xbox.
You talk. Do they have? They got Halo. They got the that car racing game. Forza. Is that the extent of their exclusives?
I mean, it's not gonna be here soon because like
I'll disagree because I play Forza on my PC. So how can you say it's exclusive to the Xbox?
Well,
yeah,
everybody-
but like I mean, I'm sure you guys know like they just bought Activision or they're about to be purchasing Activision. They bought Bethesda, so like it's gonna pain me when like the next Doom game is exclusive to Xbox because then I just have to go buy an Xbox.
And of course, the big one,
Elder
Call of
Scrolls
Duty.
6.
Or Elder Scrolls 6 or the new Fallout, you know, that's going to be big. And then now with Activision, that I think they hold like 50 IP. You have World of Warcraft, you have Overwatch,
Ratchet
you have
and Clank?
what?
Is it Ratchet and Clank or is that Insomniac?
No, that's Insomniac.
Yeah.
They were definitely on the front cover because I remember seeing Activision on the front cover of Ratchet and Clank.
Oh yeah, originally.
Okay.
But like, yeah, it was published by Activision. But like with Activision, they own Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Call of Duty. Like in the next like 2 or 3 years, like Xbox is gonna like have a shit ton of exclusives. It seems.
Yeah, well, but I think a lot of people will move to PC who are on PS4.
Oh yeah, I think PC is probably gonna be the way to go because like even now like You look at PlayStation, like PlayStation used to be like keen on like their PlayStation exclusive, like Matra, like only on PlayStation. And now that's slowly even going away. Like you see all these big heavy hitters, like eventually releasing the PC. Now I think what like Sony's doing is smart. You release your game on your console, your console comes first. And then after like, it kind of dries up and no one's buying that game anymore on your console, you release it to the PC crowd. And then you just, your numbers go back up and you're making money again.
My friend out there can't wait for Miles Morales to drop on PC.
That's what I'm talking about. And
he's going to pay full price day one.
Yep, that's dropping. I think in like 10 days you have Uncharted, A Thief's End dropping on PC, and
the Little War.
What was the Little Big Planet game for PS5?
Little Big Planet.
No. It was like, Sackboy. That's releasing on PC soon.
Is God of War going to PC anytime soon?
I would imagine. I mean, the first one,
the recent one, yeah.
Yeah, the first one did after like 3 years, so I wouldn't be surprised if Ragnarok does that too.
I'm still waiting for Bloodborne to be announced for PC so we can play it in 4K.
Dude, it's almost like it's a joke at this point. Like, just release Bloodborne like remake. I don't know what they're doing.
They are still selling PS4s just so people can play Bloodborne. That's what.
Yeah. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if like I don't think Sony wants to do a remaster of Bloodborne. I think if they're going to do it, they're going to do it right, and they're just going to give it to what is it called? Blue something? I forget the name.
I know the company you're talking about.
Yeah, the people that made the Demon Souls remake.
It's not going to come to me. I've just got the blue.
Damn it! I'm just going to look it up on the case. Demon Souls.
Blue Point.
Blue Point. There it is. Thank you. But yeah, like if Blue Point did like a remake of Bloodborne, I'd be all about it. I'd throw them like $80 or however much they charged.
Yeah, whatever they charge on the back of what they did on Eco, Shadow of the Colossus, and Bloodborne, and Demon Souls, brilliant.
Yeah, all about it.
And I love the little hidden things that they included in Demon Souls. That was awesome.
Yeah, but that was such a pain. I didn't even try to go for it. Like, it was such a pain in the ass. Like, collecting all these stupid, like, what was it? Like, clay coins or something.
See, I was part of it. Like, I even made a YouTube video before it was discovered on, hey, this is the most recent information, blah, blah, blah. And
yeah.
Blew up 2,000 views in like 2 hours. My most viral video over that like span of time. And then new information came out and no one watched it.
Yeah, because you needed to collect like 29 or something just to get like a piece of armor.
Insane.
Not worth it.
And it was in the flipped world too.
Yeah.
So
Weird
cool.
world. Yep.
I'm
I'm
over here like I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
We're Souls enthusiasts who are just nerding out.
Yeah, I'll talk about it all day, really.
Yeah, this is standard operating procedure. Figsy and the guests start talking about shit I have no clue about, so I just sit over here and look pretty.
So Ricky was saying Limited Run Games has already got 30 plus PS5 titles. That's crazy. Man. And if you are in chat, Ricky, feel free to jump in.
No end in sight. No.
He says he'll be on in about 10 minutes.
Sweet.
Maybe, this is good for you, Will, because me and Figs were talking about this. Speaking of limited run games, like I don't mind them. Like, I just don't buy as much from them anymore, just because like they just release so much at this point. Like I was telling them, like I went to the pop-up shop like when it first opened.
North Carolina
retail store. Yeah, because it's only like 3-hour drive for me. I went to the retail store and it was like a 7-hour wait just to get in the first day. And I went back like 3 weeks later and there wasn't a line. But if you're looking for any type of limited run game, they definitely have it. And I meant to tell you this, Figs. They not only do they have like limited run games, they also have special reserve games and stuff. So like I was able to like pick up like my friend Pedro.
Interesting.
Yeah, and like it's like a limited. I don't know if you can see the number, but
yeah, I remember some of the games that they did.
What'd that set you back, Joe?
$30.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So, and that's the good thing about their pop-up shop. Oh yeah, Ruiner. Yep.
So this was done by limited run games and special reserve games. So you got 2 cover variants,
Yep.
and then it's got
Same
the
thing with
limited print number on the back.
oh yeah, this is like I got like a pretty low number, like 109 out of 1200. But my point is, their actual shop, if you take limited run games there, they don't like upcharge them. They just give you like what you paid for them, and then they sell them for what they sell them for. You know what I mean?
Also, like if you take your games to them to sell, they'll give you what you paid for them. Really?
Yeah, pretty much.
So you can trade it. You can trade games in there, but only if they're limited run games. So
no, you can trade anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have like their limited run section where it's just like the Vita games, the Switch, the PS4, PS5, like titles, including collector's editions if they still have them. And then on the other side is like PC and like random weird stuff, and then all of like their trade-ins, so PS3, PS2, PS1, just pretty much any video games, really.
I know they're collectors, so I can see Josh and Doug wanting to do something like that.
Yeah, so like their whole store is just
games.
nothing but games, and they're reasonably priced at everything too.
That was my next question.
Cool, because I like that.
What are the prices
like
compared to online?
What's that?
What are their prices in store compared to online? Is it the same?
It's about the same. You're just not paying shipping or anything. And then, like I was telling Figs, like the Jack games, those goes for like hundreds of dollars. You can go to the limited run like game store, pick it up for $30.
Oh shit!
Wild.
Well, good on them for not inflating prices, especially with what's going on today. They could certainly be doing that on the secondary market if they wanted to.
They could be, but they're not.
And there were even rumors of them doing that in the past, but yeah, we won't get into that.
Are you talking about like what's that bullshit game?
No, I'm not even talking about the bird game. I don't know if you guys have watched. There's a long YouTube documentary on limited run games. Someone went into an eBay store that had what's the Vita game that was the rarest Vita game? It was like the first one to come out.
Are you talking about like the guy that worked there?
It was Breach and Clear Deadline on the Vita.
Yep.
Anyway, wherever their headquarters was, all the copies of Breach and Clear Vita were being sold from the same postcode on eBay. Now that's
limited run games,
but not as limited run games under their own eBay store.
Oh,
yeah. So it didn't have anything to do with limited run games. Same postcode though. So you tell me.
Weird.
Was an employee doing it?
It probably was.
It probably was. Someone could have broken in and stolen copies.
But I don't know if you guys seen that. Not that I want to talk about limited run games like the whole night, but like they just got bought out.
Yeah, they just sold. Josh and Doug just sold. They might still work for them, but they don't own the company anymore. And good on them. They started as 2 guys, and they sold the company for I'm assuming
who bought them out?
I forget who bought them, but I would have to look it up. But yeah, somebody bought them out. But like they didn't just buy a limited run; they bought like a whole bunch of other
Embracer Group, and yeah, they've bought like 30 different video game companies.
Oh, it is Embracer. Well. Yeah, they own like a good pie of the video game market right now.
So, whatever you said about profits before, limited run are going to be like 100% about profits now.
Yeah.
Like all game companies, though.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, I can't hate on them because like they did it right. Like if like somebody came to me, they probably, I don't know what they got paid, but like they're living good because like Doug drives like he drives a DeLorean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, from Back to the Future. I love it.
Yeah. So.
And like you, I've been following like not just limited run, but like personally Doug and Josh since like 2015.
Yeah, they're great guys. Like, and they're very humble. They're very nice. Like when you go to the store, handshakes. They want to talk to you. yeah, it's
My
legit.
bad interactions of limited run have been with customer service representatives who obviously wasn't Josh and Doug, so I've got nothing against them personally.
Yeah.
But I've got some griefs of the company. You know, there's certain things that I don't disagree with. That
Right.
I don't agree with that the company have done over the years.
Not so limited run coming to a Best Buy near you. That's
and that's the thing. So like, I actually I don't mind that they stopped doing their like, because you remember, like, I don't know if Will, if you collected for limited run like when they first like came out, but like they would be like, okay, this Monday we're releasing this game and there's only 1,000 copies, so you better be on your computer at that time. And they would literally sell out in minutes.
And then the problem was bots and stuff would have bought 500 of them. So people that generally wanted to get a copy had to go on eBay and buy one.
Right. So I'm kind of glad that they went away with the whole limited numbered of games. And now they just release like whatever the hell they want. And some of the games are awesome. Like they have the Castlevania Symphony of the Night collection that's coming out.
Now I own that game physically.
Yeah. Well, that already came out. I'm still waiting on the damn collector's edition for that.
Yeah, you and half of the people who ordered them. That's another thing.
Yeah.
Their ship times are just ridiculous.
And
I
like
don't like their collector's editions because they don't put the PS4 on them. Like, you know, all your collector's editions behind you, Joe, have got the PS4.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I can't stand that limited run ones don't have that.
Yep. None of them actually do.
Have what now? What are they?
Like the little
the PS4 strip.
Yeah, the strip that says PS4.
The blue banner. They don't have that on their games. What are you talking about?
No,
not on the collector's editions.
Oh, the collector's editions. All right.
Yeah. So like, this is the Castlevania.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking about the ones on my shelf because I don't chase collector's editions. I don't have the room for them. Yeah, but I see what you're saying.
To me, as an OCD collector, I can't put that on my shelf next to my other collector's editions. This just doesn't fit.
It's the little things, you know.
It's true though. Like I've actually sold my collector's editions because they don't fit on the shelf, and it's not room. It doesn't fit aesthetically because it doesn't have that little label.
I don't have OCD like that, so I just throw them wherever they fit. It's like Tetris in here.
No, my shit's got to be, it's got to look good. It's got to be color coded. It's got to be, no. Otherwise, if it doesn't look cool from across the room, I'm not happy.
DJ asked, "What was the last PS3 game you bought?"
PS3 game? I fucking have no idea. Hold on. Actually, I think it was like a Dark Souls, but like the Japanese version or something. It was like one of those. That or like when I was in Japan, like the last time is when I like pretty much stopped collecting for PS3, but I bought a bunch of PS3 games. And I since sold them, but like I have this and it's like the Steelbook / game for
is that Psycho Break or something?
Yeah, but it's not Psycho Break. That's the Japanese name, but it's what the hell is it called? Oh, hold on. Well, anyway, I'll get back to that, and then I have Tokyo Jungle, Lost in the Rain, The Last Guy,
nice,
and Final Fantasy 14 online. Actually, the price tag is still on it. I paid 3,500 yen, which is roughly like $35.
That looks like a Final Fantasy 13 cover.
It does. Oh, that?
Yeah, that's cool to see.
Yeah. But it's weird because it comes with a Realm Reborn and the regular FF14, like right on the same disc.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh! Look who's showed up.
We got Mr. Rightway in chat. What's up, Steve? Nice to see you.
Good evening, Steve. How are you doing today?
If you guys haven't checked out Mr. Rightway's YouTube channel, be sure to go and check that one out. It's one of my favorite channels on definitely collecting PlayStation games.
What's up, everyone? I see people taking flick. Oh, getting back into this real quick. It's this game, The Evil Within.
That's it, Evil Within.
Yeah, I cannot think of the name, but yeah, that's Psycho Break.
I like Psycho Break is a better name than Evil Within, to be honest with you. Figsy Geesey was in the green room.
Hey, Ricky. What's up, Ricky?
What's up, man?
Can't hear you, Ricky. Oh, he's still getting.
He's
still
on
getting
mute,
heard.
guys. He'll be here in a second.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's going
Hey,
on?
Ricky, welcome back. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you guys as well. Just cleaning up a little bit real quick.
In case you don't know, Ricky is coming on to update us about the reprints coming out of Dusty Games. He's got a little information for us. He's going to do a live unboxing. Are you going to do the Syberia, or are you going to
wow.
do?
So, they did another Syberia today. It sold for $266. After that, they decided to do buy it now copies, and about 15 of them sold. So I bought a second one today. Because why not? And I'm going to leave that new one that comes in sealed, and I've made the executive decision that I'm going to unbox this one as well.
I don't know if you can hear me, Ricky, but I'm clapping over here.
Well, thank you. Yeah, so I mean, I guess we'll just get started here with Arcania, I guess.
Floor is yours, Ricky. Take it away.
All right, so we have our front, and it's probably going to catch a glare, but let me see if I can. Hold on.
Wait, did they reprint Arcania too?
Yeah, so they reprinted a total of 6. They reprinted a total of 6 games. They did Arcania, Syberia, Painkiller. Obviously, Painkiller and Syberia are the ones that we're all talking about.
Yeah.
And then they reprinted 3 of the MX versus ATV games. They did Alive, Reflex, and Untamed. Now,
is that all Nordic games?
Yeah, so I mean, the MX ones were initially from THQ, and then when THQ initially got bought out by Nordic in 2013, they reprinted about 9 of THQ's releases with updated branding. I'll go find them real quick at some point.
No, I know what you're referring to. Like Wheel of Fortune was like one of the first ones.
Yeah, Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, Rio, Red Faction Gorilla was another one as well. That one's actually cool because they actually updated the artwork on it, so it's in the new PS3 style instead of the original releases, the Spider-Man font, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I got my original copy here of Arcania. As you can see, it's got, or maybe not. Yeah, there we go. So you got the regular Nordic Games logo, and then the reprint removes that and solely adds the THQ Nordic branding, which is their new branding, I guess you can call it. The back of the original, mine's one of the promo copies, the hole punch, but it's the same exact UPC. And then the new one, this is the last PS3, I guess, font style or artwork style. I think last stream, if I remember, this one we determined was, I want to say it started June of 2017 for that specific style with the dark blue backing. But I mean, yeah, let's unbox this and let's figure some stuff out.
And you got all these games off Whatnot, Ricky?
Yeah, so actually, I got Arcania and I got Syberia from the first Whatnot auction, I think on the 20-something. On the 29th is when I got it. I'm going to just cover up some of the stuff there, but if I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, so the auction was on the 29th. That's when I basically found these reprints, or well, reprints basically. And then I reached out to Bobby on Facebook. I guess we were actually Facebook friends for don't know why. But I reached out to him about it, kind of was talking to him about it. Some of the stuff I'm not going to disclose here, just because that was like kind of a closed door conversation for some of it. And I pretty much just bought the rest of the reprints directly from him. So those are coming in. Those should be here this Saturday. I'm going to assume they're going to be the exact same things. This one, weighing it, it's 4 grams less than the original release. You can feel a weight difference as well when you're holding them. I'm 99% sure that the reprints do not have manuals, and they are basically, I mean, now as of today in their auctions, they're now saying if it's not like a first print, it's a reprint, but they're not saying it's reprint. I don't know. The whole thing is just ridiculous. So let's get into the unboxing.
Here we go.
All right, so Arcania, we got that unboxed now. It is Moment of Truth.
No
Manuals
manual.
on the actual artwork.
So
Compare the
now,
disc.
now we're going to compare the discs, because back in the 2013 reprint series, they reprinted everything: artwork, manuals, and discs. So comparing the discs real quick. First thing right off the bat, we still have the initial, just the Nordic Games logo, so no THQ Nordic logo.
That's interesting.
Exactly. Looking at the discs, the BLUS is the exact same. BPSS number is 282650, 282650. So yeah, I mean, it looks like it's the exact same thing. Nothing's updated. Copyright 2013, published by Nordic Games, published by Nordic Games as well. On both discs, it still says published by Nordic Games, which it should say now published by THQ Nordic.
The first copy doesn't have the manual on the artwork.
Let's see. Yeah, no. So I mean, obviously the artwork is updated. That's the original, and then that's the new one with all the standard like warranty information and all that.
Right.
I am actually curious. I mean, I have my PS3 right here. I'm gonna drag you guys over to that side.
Oh,
I'm
that
gonna just
lovely
put my
beat.
PS3 real quick because I'm curious to see if the game actually plays.
You
I'm
don't
sure
think
it
it's,
does.
that would be
How much
nice.
was Arcania, Ricky?
What's up?
How much was Arcania?
Arcania was $53, which I mean for a sealed copy isn't that bad. But I mean it is a reprint. But I mean in today's auction, this thing went for $70 brand new. So
Right, but they didn't divulge that it was a reprint, right?
Well,
right,
after
yes
after,
and no.
after the noise we made, they that at the beginning,
I'll bring
that
it back up
screenshot.
again.
Yeah, I think we got
I'll bring up what they said. If we don't say it's a first print, assume it's a reprint.
Assume it's a reprint. Well, that was my whole point. Why not just say it's a reprint?
Because
Right,
they're
I
trying
mean,
to.
like,
They're trying to.
I
get
know
top
what
dollar.
they're trying to do, but
Yeah.
like that's shady as fuck. Everybody knows it.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
literally clear as day. I mean, you can spot the differences right away. I mean, most people, I feel that buy and whatnot, not to like throw anybody out there, I feel like most people that buy and whatnot are looking for deals to then go ahead and flip. Like, for example, Syberia. I saw one of the reprints. I don't know how much it sold for and whatnot, but I saw one of the reprints on eBay and it sold for $650.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But if we take it back and say that all they did was the MTV, MX games, and Arcania, it wouldn't be much of an issue because they're not hundreds of dollars on the secondary market.
Exactly.
But then
Right.
you get into these other titles and they are.
Exactly.
So there's a poor person out there spending $600 on a game that isn't worth $600.
Yeah,
Right.
made
Wow.
last
I'm going
year.
to take it out of the box protector too, but just kind of show off the original release before I unbox Syberia as well, as crazy as that sounds.
Do you mind disclosing how much you paid for Syberia with us, Ricky? People are
Yeah,
asking.
I mean, hopefully my
The
girlfriend
original.
will watch the stream, but 405. So
Sense
yeah,
if Ricky's girlfriend's watching.
Yeah.
yeah, right. Shit. But yeah, 405 for that, and I mean, I just bought another one today for 266.
Oh, you got
So-
a discount today.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, no. After
Wow.
spending a lot of money, yeah. But no, I mean, this is the front of the original. That's the back. This was the light boxes here, the light blue boxes right here. That style was used, I think, around 2015 to mid 2017, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, yeah, that's the front, back, and then the side, which I actually didn't show off for Arcania. Let me just go ahead and do that real quick. So again, this is the standard copy. And now on the spine, we have the standard Arcania complete tail. And then you have your product code, the BLUS there, and then the region code, region 1. On the reprint, which right here, reprint, you have obviously your same Arcania text, but the spine now has the 7-digit code in place of the BLUS, which was standard after, I think, 2015. But there's no region code, which, I mean, that's fine. It is what it is. I don't think the newer releases anyway have it. I mean, Syberia, my original copy, doesn't have it anyway. So
They stopped.
But I mean-
They must have stopped that around 2015 or 16. I think.
I would assume that just they rolled out the change along with the BLUS change to the 7 digits, as well as the back art change. But yeah, I mean, for Syberia, we have the standard manual here as well. And then your disc. So, I mean, the original releases, they all come with manuals.
All right, this is what I'm most interested in seeing is if the reprint has a manual. And this ballsy
Yeah.
motherfucker's going to open it.
So, I am going to guess it's not gonna. Obviously, Syberia has a lighter manual to begin with, but I mean, just holding it up to the light does not look like there's any sort of inserts. There's a little bit of a weight difference. Again, Syberia has a lighter manual, so you're not going to really see too much of a difference. But yeah, I mean, this is Syberia. That's the reprint front with the THQ Nordic. Or on that side, there we go. That's the reprint back.
With the dark blue on the symbols, the 3 symbols.
Exactly. So I mean, the general layout is mostly the same. It's just the obviously the Nordic logo. Actually, the Blu-ray logo is changed from the middle to the right side or to the left.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like backwards or whatever on the screen. But yeah, anyway. Let's get on with it.
Oh.
Don't worry. It's only the reprint. It's actually not worth it. All right. So there we go. Probably the first ever and only ever unboxing of freaking Syberia.
Let's go.
At least the reprinted version.
Exactly. All right. Moment of truth. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Wow, look
No
at that
manual.
manual. Oh, brutal.
Jesus.
And that is our disc there. And oh, wait a
It's an
minute.
updated disc.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Is there any sort of copyright on it? Copyright year?
Let's find out. I'm kind of bumming that it doesn't have an updated disc though. That's really interesting. Let's see.
And then the next question: is there a year on the on the artwork? Because sometimes I'll put a year on the printed artwork as well.
Yeah, so I have another couple of reprints here that are widely available on Amazon that we can also unbox, time permitting. But Syberia Collection, let's see. So we'll bang out the disc first. Published by THQ Nordic, copyright 2015 of a Newman Interactive. Let's read the disc. On the original, copyright 2015 of Newman Interactive, published by Nordic Games. And then the reprint is published by THQ Nordic. So yes, the Syberia discs are different, which is really interesting for what I would classify as probably the highest dollar PS3 game. Maybe not anymore. But,
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah,
the copy just sold for $1,000. So like,
woo,
That's
damn.
wild. Hey, I know we were just talking about this earlier, but isn't Nordic Games owned by Embracer?
Yeah, so Embracer is the parent company. They have like a lot of like different are not different. They have like a lot of like subsidiaries and developers under them. Nordic, THQ Nordic, whatever they're called now, I think they are still THQ Nordic, is under Embracer Group.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Let's see. So as a side note, the initial disc is manufactured in the USA, whereas the reprinted disc is manufactured in Austria.
That's interesting.
Those dirty Austrians.
Which is where a lot of PAL games are manufactured. That's the warehouse in Europe.
Actually, you know what? Now that we mentioned that, I think... Yeah, so artwork says made in Austria. The copyright date still says 2015. I mean, clear as day, this is not from 2015.
So what you got there initially is an NTSC PAL game.
Yeah, the first ever, yeah, definitely. But I'm going to show the discs up close again because there is also saturation differences and I guess just overall coloring differences between the two. But I mean, the BLUS is the same, 31429, 31429. BPSS 004398 LBL. Okay, yeah, so everything else is the same. Let's see. So this one that I'm holding here is the reprint. I'll bring that up closer in a second. But let's take a look here at the original. So other side. Still getting used to this damn webcam. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. This is bad. All right, whatever. We have the Adventure Company and then the Microids logo. I think is how you say that. The saturation is probably not going to come up here. I will eventually, maybe even tonight, throw up these scans on my website. And hopefully, if you want to go check it out later on, you'll be able to actually spot the differences more so. But I mean, obviously, the new disc, we have the THQ Nordic logo. The Adventure Company and the Microids logo are both moved to right above the PS3 logo on the bottom. It is obviously going to be tough to tell on the camera here, but the saturation, the purple.
Oh, I can tell.
There's that. I kind of feel like the blue like print box that's like over here is also like a little bit brighter, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
You could see fairly quickly that like they're completely different.
Yeah, exactly.
I would almost say the girl's face looks more reddish in one of them.
Yeah, like I feel like the reprint, it's like kind of like the face for the girl. I think her name's Kate, I want to say. But I think it's like a little bit like clearer as well on the reprint there. It also looks like it's like more zoomed in. If you like take a look like right around the Blu-ray logo here, that's the reprint. It looks like it's more zoomed in, like there's like less of a border here on the side. Whereas on the original one, it looks like it's like kind of zoomed out.
Yeah, definitely. It's more of a color.
Right. So I mean that's definitely a difference.
Night and day, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's that is certainly something. So right now, out of the 6 reprints, we're 50-50 for the games that have a new disc versus that just use, I guess, old stock of a disc. Which I mean, Arcania is like kind of strange because I feel like this game is also kind of rare. I guess you can throw it out there. It is kind of strange. Oh, the disc is my PS3. I opened it and there's no disc. Anyway. It is. I feel like it's kind of strange for Arcania to not have a new disc, but Syberia does. Certainly interesting. I mean, I have 4 more that are coming in on Saturday: the MX Alive, Reflex, Untamed, and Painkiller. Painkiller on the most like questioned on, or I have the most questions on. Because I know for some reprints of games, they like, for example, the Far Cry compilation. They put Far Cry Blood Dragon on the disc in the reprint that they did a couple of years back. Outside of that, there's really no cosmetic differences other than like the saturation of the Ubisoft logo and the saturation of the F and the Y, I believe, in Far Cry printed on the disc. I think we talked about that last podcast, I want to say. But Painkiller has DLC that's on the PlayStation Store. So obviously Far Cry 3 had DLC Blood Dragon that's now on the reprint disc. I wonder if Painkiller has a reprint disc that now also adds the DLC to that disc. We'll find out when that one comes in.
Does that mean there's an unboxing coming?
Possibly.
I'm going to go out on a limb and probably say it doesn't contain the DLC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to be optimistic and say yes, it does, but the way that the track record so far has gone in this whole like situation, I'm gonna lean more towards no. I'm gonna lean more towards it's gonna be the same disc, just used.
And you're gonna
no manual.
What is it?
No manual as well.
Exactly, no manual.
you're gonna get these up on the on your site later tonight, maybe.
Yeah. So I mean, I got them unboxed already. I may as well add them. I have to add quite a few other games from October as well before I put those in the away in the collection. So yeah, I mean, they'll get updated. I'm gonna probably eventually make a dedicated page to these 6 specific websites. I'm probably gonna call them the Whatnot reprints or something like that. Something like catchy, you know, because I mean
What they are.
exactly, they're exclusive to Whatnot. Although you can buy the 3 MX reprints on eBay from the Deal Tavern store.
You can buy Syberia on eBay too. For like
well, yeah, but so Deal Tavern is the same people as these Whatnot sellers. And on that store, they have only the 3 MX versus ATV reprints. They do not have Arcania, Painkiller, or Syberia on there.
Make sure and
say that they can buy it now but the only reason why they did that is because they sold for X amount of money during the stream. Which I mean, I guess it is what it is. I don't know.
Interesting.
Make sure and check out Ricky's website at www.PlayStation, all spelled out, 3-center.com.
Yeah, and thank you again for coming back on, Ricky, and doing these unboxings.
Thank you, guys.
We'll get you back on the podcast for a full episode again in the future.
Appreciate it. And real quick before I hop out, just as another reprint side note, reprints are widely available on Amazon, on eBay, on probably local stores as well. A lot of PS3 games are reprints / already have reprints. I mean, I'm not going to go through the entire stack, but this is all just new ones that I've ordered recently.
Wow.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing with these reprints is the thing that kind of annoys me with this whole reprint situation is the fact that they were being sold as there's no difference. These new reprints do not have manuals. These that are widely available, for example, Sonic 06 and Sonic Unleashed, I'll unbox Sonic the Hedgehog right now. There is no discernible differences.
Wait, they re-released Sonic the Hedgehog? Like 2006 Sonic?
Yeah, or what Sonic the Hedgehog, I think this was initially 06 or 07.
Yeah.
But I mean, the reprints, they have no discernible differences from their initial releases. Like, there's no changes.
It's crazy they're reprinting a Red Spine game, but they're not putting the new spine on it.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, like, these...
Oh, it still has the red spine, too? I couldn't see that in the video.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's still got the original spine.
Wow.
So this is the reprint. Let me grab my original here. Because, I mean, last stream, I think we unboxed Drakengard, I want to say, the Drakengard reprint. But, I mean, this is the original. There's literally no difference in the front, the back. I was actually looking at this a little bit more in depth. The back, there is virtually no differences other than the physical address for the billing for Sega. And the initial, it is 650 Townsend Street in San Francisco. On the reprint, it is 6400 Oak Canyon in Irvine, California. That's, I mean, 2006 versus 2019 plus. If the business moved at all, they're going to have to update the physical address.
I think that would come down to laziness.
Yeah, well,
and them going, can we get this through? Do we have to change everything? And someone going, no, just push through the old one, just change the address.
Right, exactly. But I mean, like, just real quick, I mean, it still includes the original manual. I still have to go through it and verify that. But I mean, you're probably not going to reprint a manual just for the hell of it. So it's probably just the original manual reprint and no changes. The discs, I mean, they look identical. I mean, maybe
It's
the
a good looking
shading
disc.
of the eyes. Yeah, no, exactly. Maybe the shading of the eyes is a little bit darker. I mean, I'm only looking at it on the camera screen right now. But I mean, overall, there's no discernible differences.
Yeah, but that's not a $500 plus game, though.
Exactly. It's not a high profile game. Whoop, shit. And that's why these ones are getting so much attention compared to all the other reprints that are going on. I mean, I personally, I don't know what to call it. I mean, these games are all reprints. It is what it is. I mean, for the most part, they're all going to be the same, with the exception of like Square Enix games, for example, that got released with the Square Enix registration card. There's no registration card in this. Besides, the only thing is the manual. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to make of that.
The difference being those Square Enix games used to be not at Syberia and Painkiller's level, but they used to be $100 to $200 games. And then once they got reprinted, we seen them sold for retail price day one.
Exactly.
That's the difference, and that's the part that I don't agree with, and I'm sure everyone watching doesn't agree with too.
Case in point, prime example right here. I mean, there's really no
for a buy it now price. Don't put them for auction. Don't let
exactly. I mean, there's I don't know. I mean, I personally I have all the reprints now. I paid. It is what it is. I basically bought all of the reprints. I sought them out.
Ricky's eating noodles for the next month.
Because I mean, like, I don't want like collectors that are going for a full set. I want everything to be all original, have the manual and all that. I don't want them to go out and find this for like $200-$300 and be like, oh, hey, look, I got a good deal on sealed Syberia, and for somebody to be like, oh, hey, look, no, that's a reprint. Here you go.
Which is what we seen last week in the group with the gentleman with the painkiller. So it's already happening, and it's unfortunately more people are going to get burnt, and it's good people out there trying to just collect games.
Exactly.
You know, saving up their paycheck for that holy grail, and suddenly that game that they've saved up for isn't worth what they've spent on it because it's a reprint. Like, it's not fair.
Exactly. Either that or you're buying the reprint for what the first print main release goes for, thinking that, oh, hey, look, I'm getting a pretty good deal on this sealed first print game. It's not a first print. You're not getting a manual, and now you're not stuck with it. You can sell it, obviously. It's still Syberia. But I mean,
it's
but then okay, if you were to sell that, Ricky, you couldn't just put that up, right? Like, I wouldn't be able to put that up with my conscience without saying it's a reprint.
You see, that's the difference.
I was talking about that earlier, and I might get some hate for this. I'm trying to recoup a little bit of the cost. I did buy another copy of that Syberia, keeping it sealed, and I am 50-50 on if I'm going to sell it or if I'm going to flip it on eBay. If I do decide to sell it, clear as day in the damn title, reprint, no manual.
Yep.
I'm not skirting around the fact it's still a sealed copy of Syberia at the end of the day.
It's still a genuine game too.
Right, exactly. I mean, I'm not trying to hide anything personally. I'm going to be upfront about it. Hey, this is a reprint. Before I ship it, hey, I'm just making sure that you know that this is a reprint. Are you okay with that? Do you still want it? Do you want me to cancel? Do you want to hold out for an original release?
I think once this comes more to light with this whole reprint thing, you're going to see prices probably drop drastically on a lot of these games. It might take a while though, and that's the unfortunate thing. People are going to get burned. That's going to happen. But once it comes more to light, especially with your website, and then going into like the Facebook groups, and then eventually it's going to go to Twitter and all that other stuff. And then when people are really starting to collect for PlayStation 3, even like 5 years from now, all these reprinted games, like they're not going to be as expensive as they once were. I don't know if everybody agrees with that, but that's my 2 cents.
Like I was saying, Africa will probably be the most expensive American game.
Africa's is the cream that's gonna rise to the top.
Yeah,
Good old Africa.
Yeah, Joe, I would agree with you 100%. And I also think it's going to fuck up the price of the originals. The OGs are going to go down as well, and just from being tainted from this whole goddamn bullshit.
See, Will, I'm kind of leaning more towards your way on that one now. After this whole debacle, so
Yeah,
I'll break
stop it.
Here's my question: Who owns Natsumi?
I'm pretty sure that they own themselves, don't they? Because they're still re-releasing games.
THQ Nordic.
Well, the second that happens, you'll see reprints.
Yeah.
Yep. I guess my only lingering question now, and we'll have to see how the other unboxings go, is right now we're 50-50 on if the reprints have new discs or not. Do all the reprints have new discs? Do only some of the new copies of the reprints have reprinted discs?
This is actually interesting. Natsumu is teamed up with Atari, so it's Natsumu Atari.
Oh, didn't know that.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. And it's
Well,
a
you know.
completely Japanese company.
You
So
guys got-
being a Japanese company, they're in it for games, not for money. I can assume you that.
All right, well, Ricky, thanks for coming on, bringing the info. I'm going to bail out for a quick second because my eyeballs are floating. I've been drinking coffee all night. So when I come back, let's do a match of a Figsy name that game. So give me a minute, talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, any.
Sorry, go ahead, Joe.
I was gonna say, is there any chats going on? I feel like we
we got heaps to get back to.
Yeah, I feel like we missed a whole bunch of chat.
Probably. I'm going to let you guys get back to it. I'm going to tune back in on the live chat here. It's been a pleasure, Joe.
Yeah, thanks again, Ricky.
Good to meet you, man.
Check out your channel. I know obviously you haven't posted in a few years. Looking at your channel, I did actually watch some of your videos when I started collecting. So
Nice. Well, I very much appreciate it, man. It's good meeting you. I'll talk to you soon.
Guys. Thanks. All right, later, guys. Take care.
Have a good one.
You too.
So let's get back to the chat. We've missed a lot. So Baltimore
sure
Red
we have.
Coast Gaming's in here. What's up, Baltimore? Nice to see you. Hopefully you had a good shift.
Nice.
We've got the Bulldog Project. They actually reprint these games. Most publishers couldn't care less if the physical release is rare or not. And
Yeah,
the
that's
sad
probably
thing
true.
is most publishers don't care. They just want to know if they can make money.
Yeah. I don't know why anybody wanted Sonic 06, but
That's an interesting one because I wouldn't say
Yeah.
Sonic 06 is a cheap game, but it would be on like the $30 to $40 mark.
it
to
is a
me.
cheap game, and it's not a good game.
Terrible game.
Yeah. But I don't know.
We've got Yols in here. Good morning, Yols. Yols is over
Morning.
in Belgium. Paddy, the collector. What's up, Paddy? We've got Jermaine from the UK.
Hello from the UK. What's up, man?
Yeah, exactly. It's a huge rip-off paying the same price without a manual.
Big time.
Now, as someone who collected a full set, I've got every single manual for the PS3. Like, I couldn't justify buying that manual-less version when I know that there's a version out there that has a manual.
That has a manual, yeah. Especially if you're buying like a sealed game at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I rebought SpongeBob SquarePants, and it doesn't even have a manual. It literally just has a piece of paper.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but that's just me.
Like, when I say I've got a full set, to me, that includes every piece of paper that comes with the games,
Okay, that's fair.
Welcome back, Will.
Thank you, sir. What did I miss?
No, we're just catching up on the chat.
Oh, okay, cool.
King Collector said there will be a Syberia World before limited edition on PS5. I think I've seen something about that, actually.
I didn't see anything.
I've seen the Syberia limited edition for PS4. It looks really good.
I think I picked up a Siberia 4 at Walmart for like 3 cents or 99 cents, one or the other. It was something super ridiculous. Every now and again, when they're clearing out games, they'll mark them either 3 cents or 99 cents. That's the signal for the stockers to put them in the back and send them back to the manufacturer. But if you can get there before they go to the back and get sent back to the manufacturer, you can buy them for 3 cents or 99 cents, etc.
Wow.
So yeah, I've gotten a
That's
couple
a win.
of those.
So, Will, is it time for me to mispronounce those games?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another round of Figsy Name That Game.
Oh God.
I got to work on that. All right, that's a work in progress. But for those who don't know, we're going to bring up a series of difficult to pronounce titles and see how Figsy pronounces them, because he's a little famous. Well, he's famous in my book for mispronouncing titles, and I love him for it. Now, this last time we did this, it was Japanese games. None of these games are Japanese today, just so you know. So let's start with what do we got here? All right, first game up is Figsy. Name that game.
I can't even read the title. It's from Software. Is that a DES?
That's a DER.
Oh. Deracine?
Close. It's De Racine.
Oh, I would have said Deracine too.
Yeah, I guess the tilde above the E, it makes it an A sound, so it's De Racine. Well, you're pretty good, pretty close on that. So I think it's a French title.
I might add that to the list, being a From Software title.
I have that game.
Oh, you do?
I didn't even know I had that.
Yeah, well, I think it's a VR game. I know nothing about it, but there you go, De Racine. And I did have to look up and research the pronunciations of some of these names too. So
that makes me feel better.
This one, next one's it's a PS3 title. Figsy, name that game.
Deus Ex, Human Revolution.
Yeah, it's close enough. Deus Ex. What'd you say, Deus?
I said Deus Ex.
Yeah, that's close enough. Deus Ex.
That's how I've always known it as.
It's a Latin game, I guess. Did you pull up Deracine, Joe? You got it?
Yeah, I do have it.
Do you got a VR?
I do.
Yeah, Deracine.
Yeah, and it's also it's from Software and Japan Studio.
Oh,
so
they made one of my favorite.
Basically, games. Bloodborne.
Pretty much.
All right. This one. Let's see.
Call of Cthulhu.
Damn it! You're fucking nailing them. You've been doing your homework. You looked at these.
This is easy.
I did it.
These are easy.
Most people can't pronounce Cthulhu. But yeah, there you go. Call of Cthulhu.
These are ones that I've probably just heard that many times that I know how to pronounce them.
All right. Well, this last one hopefully stumps you. I consulted Christian, our German friend from the PlayStation 3 collectors group, on how to pronounce this properly. So, Figsy, name that game.
Riggs.
You want to try again?
No.
Now, this game, it's a German word. It's pronounced Ehrgeiz.
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 Ehrgeiz. You gotta roll the R.
It's funny you say that, because I watched a recent YouTube video where Radical Reggie picked this up, and he pronounced it a little bit differently.
Ehrgeiz. He probably slaughtered it too, but yeah. God bless the ring. Ehrgeiz.
I wasn't aware that was a German word too. That's interesting.
Yeah, I had it written down, but it was on another piece of paper and probably got washed in my pants. But yes, thank you for playing. This has been Figsy. Name that game. Where's it going?
I just want to say I recently just purchased a copy. It was not cheap.
How much of that thing set you back?
I think it was £90, something. But this is like the most minty PS1 game I've got in my collection. The plastic still feels like brand new.
Nice.
The pounds on.
I'm currently at 14%, so I'm probably and it's almost 10 o'clock. I got work in the morning, so.
Yeah, I don't think we'll go that much longer. We've got.
No, we're good.
We've got a bit of homework though that will set us.
We're gonna get to it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I like to assign Figsy and our guests homework. So today we're going to talk about our favorite soundtracks.
Hey, for the record, I didn't study for the homework. So.
Neither did I.
Now, with soundtracks, you can go two ways. You can go, soundtracks, the background music in a video game, or you can go with songs featured on the game. For example, like Grand Theft Auto, all the Grand Theft Auto, the radio songs.
Yep.
Or Tony Hawk, also famous for making a bunch of songs famous. But we are not going to be including songs that were included in video games or featured in video games. We're just going to go with straight up soundtracks. So,
okay.
Who wants to go first?
Straight away with that criteria, you took away Mafia 3 from me.
What song are you thinking about?
Just the entire soundtrack. It was like the 60s soundtrack. You load up the title screen in Mafia 3 and Jimi Hendrix is playing in the background.
I've never played any of the Mafia games. The closest I got was The Godfather, the Don's edition.
I think they're better than The Godfather, personally.
So what exactly are we going to be playing or guessing?
It's not. We could make a game out of it. We can try and guess what the song is from. Or
you're going to be playing a song?
Yeah, we got snippets from.
I've inputted all the songs that we.
I gotcha.
Well, let's start with Joe. Let's start with our guest. What you got, Figsy, for us? Punch up the first one.
I'm playing them.
Yeah.
Go for it.
You're the DJ for the evening.
Come on.
What is
opening to Castlevania?
Yeah.
It's so
Castlevania.
Good.
Which
so
one?
Good.
Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
We've been talking about this game all night.
I will. I play it at least once a year.
Yeah, listen to that.
We have been talking about it all night, actually.
Yeah.
I
love it.
All right, let's. What else we got from Joe's list? What's next on the list, sir? I have no fucking clue what this is.
For real? Donkey Kong Country 2.
Donkey Kong Country 2.
Yeah. Now that's not the best song from that game, but it's still a very good soundtrack. I think it's called it's the underwater music. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, one of the levels or something.
Ambient something. So good.
All right, we should have a third one from Joe. What's the third on the list? All right, I'm gonna guess this is a Mario game. But
iconic.
What Pigsy has all the titles in front of him. So, Joe, what game is this?
Super Mario World for Super Nintendo.
Is that the one? No, I'm thinking. Is that the one with all the old school Marios all on one?
Well, yeah, Super Mario All-Star had that. It had Super Mario World, and then it had the last levels in 1, 2, and 3.
I am not. I'm not familiar. So
comment, Joe. Bulldog says it's been 5 years since your last YouTube video. You need to make a comeback.
Yeah, everybody says that. I still get comments on videos on my videos when are you coming back? I look at that at work. I'm like, I have no idea, dude.
Pen out a script, drop a new one. People.
Yeah, I never actually did scripts. I just I put the phone up and I just I wung it every time.
I'm the same. I never do a script.
Yeah, it's clear
I do a
as day
script.
that I
You
don't
can
use a
tell
script
because
at all.
I'm looking at something.
All right, Figsy, let's hear your top three.
All right.
Your top three favorite games. Now I know these, so I'm not going to guess. But Joe, let's
Oh,
see if you
okay.
guess any
I'll
of
try
them.
to guess. Wait, is this the song?
It picks up.
Chat guessing as well. So.
It sounds familiar. I don't know about that.
It would. You would have played it.
Is this Final Fantasy? I have no idea.
All right, Figsy, tell us what is it?
It's Dark Cloud.
Oh,
PS2 classic.
never
Cloud
played it.
game.
Dark Cloud 2 is pretty good. I never messed with part 1, but
So it's Level 5 Studios, the guys that did Ni no Kuni.
Yep.
It's probably one of my favorite JRPGs of all time. So I'm looking for one of my favorite. When Will asked me to pick a soundtrack, I went for my favorite games, and then I just listened to their soundtracks. I heard that, and I just went, oh, I can just picture myself playing the game, listening to that. So,
And
then I had to go to this one. I think it's a certain title from this game.
This one. I'm gonna say Tomb Raider.
It's a racing game.
Is that Tomb Raider?
Oh, on PS4.
I have no idea.
That was
Tell
The
us what
Witcher
it is.
3.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I played The Witcher 3 for about 14 to 15 hours. I got to like the third island. I was like, there's more to this game, and then I just never played it again.
I've probably got 500 hours into The Witcher.
Oh, I just couldn't do it. I don't really play open world games anymore. I'll never finish them.
All right,
I actually finished it and then replayed it to play the DLC.
That's wild.
Restarted from the start. So
Wild.
if your JRPG can get you to do that, it's a good game.
Yeah.
And then the last one's a game that I put hundreds of hours into. It's such iconic to me. Yeah, I'll play it. I can pick it on the first note. If you haven't played it though, you wouldn't know the music.
I'm doing pretty terrible at this game.
Chat's already guessed it.
I have not a clue. Oh, Stardew Valley. Duh.
It's the Manus.
Duh.
All right, I'm excited. These are my three. So any order, just drop them.
I wanna take you for a ride. I wanna take you for a ride.
You don't know this.
I wanna take you for a
You know
ride.
this one, Jack?
I wanna take you for a ride.
Ron got it.
I wanna take you for a ride.
This is Marvel versus Capcom 2. Marvel versus Capcom 2.
Is it really? Wow.
Are you a big fan of fighting games?
I mean, I play fighting games, but they're not like my go-to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're probably my second favorite genre. But yeah, there you go. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. What's next there, Figs? I talk about this game probably every podcast. It's my favorite game.
PUBG? What?
No.
No.
Good guess though. No, that was Tenchu Stealth Assassins, the OG from PS1. But yeah, I love that game. You know what I miss? Remember, we used to be able to take PS1 games, and you could pop them in your CD player, and it'd play the fucking soundtrack on your CD player.
Yeah, some of them did. Yeah.
Yeah, I burned a hole in Tony Hawk to listen to that thing so much. But yeah,
It's such a cool little thing. Even playing CDs on your PS1, I used to do that back in the day.
Yeah.
The OG PS1 is supposed to be like a top tier
CD player. No,
Yeah.
it really was. It was really good for the time.
And it's like an the audiophile level shit. But
Yeah.
All right, last song.
It'd be a
Figs.
good one.
PS3 game. They eventually say the title or the name of the game in the title. But yeah, that was Pain. Funny is a funny little comedy game where you.
I've actually never played it. I've only heard.
Wait,
good
is that
things
was it like digital only when it
Yes.
first
How
came out?
exclusive.
And you just
How
like shoot
exclusive.
a guy out of a cannon to
Yeah.
crash into shit? I
Exactly.
remember that.
Yeah. There's a physical version for the PAL region over here.
Yeah,
It's
yep.
physical only. I put so many hours in that game. But yeah, and There you go. Pain.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, we never got a physical for that in the U.S.
Yeah, when I started PS3 collecting, it was one of the few PAL games that I searched out. But yeah, Pain. I love that game. This is probably our longest podcast yet. So I guess it's time to wrap it up. And I know Joe has work in the morning. So
Yeah,
Joe,
I got to get mail and stuff done.
Well, is there any last minute chats? I don't want to skip anybody.
oh, do we?
Yeah, we got Ron in here. So Ron had something interesting to say. He was saying that Symphony of the Night actually has a hidden track if you put your.
It does. Basically, like Alucard talks to you and tells you not to play the CD in a CD player because it'll ruin it, and it has game file data on it.
Really?
Oh,
We got a few more people in the chat. We got Sirens in here. Welcome, Sirens.
Twisted Metal got me into all that metal music.
Yeah, that's that would have been a good one. I played the shit out of Twisted Metal too. That's my favorite, one of my favorite games right there. One for the
Rob
PS4.
Zombie, White Zombie.
Desagu's in here. Welcome, Desagu.
I don't know what a maker game is. Like
Fighter
Maker? Is he talking about?
I know of a maker
games.
PS3.
Oh yeah, they had RPG Maker, they had Fighter Maker. I don't know. I don't remember who made those. I want to say it was Tri-Ace, but I don't really remember.
What else we got up in the chat?
We got Weaker in here. Welcome, Weaker.
Make him pronounce
I did that a couple weeks ago.
Rumono. We hit him. We hit him with
I couldn't even say
Utawawa
that.
Rumono last week. I'm trying to show off how fast I can say it. Utawawa Rumono. Anyway, there we go. Anyone else we missed?
We got Guy Blackburn in here. Welcome, Guy.
I don't know what he's laughing about, but okay.
As well as Robert. Mr. Rightway, you should be on the podcast. We'd love to have Mr. Rightway on in the future. So, Steve, definitely love to get you on, man. That'd be awesome.
If you want to get on, reach out to one of us.
As well as Chim. Do either of you gentlemen feel like your OCG that contributes to your collecting? For me, certainly that definitely contributed bigly to my collection. I don't even have a sticker on any of my games because my OCD doesn't allow for that.
Well, yeah. Well, the most obvious way is, if you got 1, 2, and there's a 3 out there, you got to go out and get that 3. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Or if you
OCD plays a part in almost everyday life. Really, you just have to. It's either really bad or it's really really small. But yeah, it does.
Ricky was saying, forget to add this while I was on. I'm testing Syberia tonight as it has a new disc. Stay tuned for future updates here or on the Facebook group or potentially on another podcast.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what he finds with that.
Dennis wants Mr. Rightway on the podcast as well.
It's up to him.
So, it's been really good having you on, Joe.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I'll do this again, definitely. If you guys want to have me on, I'm at 4%, so
all right, man.
I gotta let you go. I'm gonna go to work tomorrow, but should I go out like my old videos? I don't even remember what I used to say. Hold on.
That's all, folks.
No, I didn't say it like that. Stay tuned for my next video. Take it easy, guys, and I'll see you soon. There we go. Something like that. I don't remember. I'll have to watch it tonight or something, or tomorrow. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. Hopefully, everybody enjoyed the show. I enjoyed it. This is my first podcast, so hopefully I didn't look like an idiot.
You're wonderful.
I thought it was great, man. I think
everything went swimmingly.
Sweet. I'll get a better setup too. I'll try using my laptop next time instead of my phone.
All right, man. Well, hey, good night, and we'll catch up with you on the next one, and we'll love to have you back anytime.
Oh yeah. All right. Later, guys.
See everyone in the next
Have a good
podcast.
Good night, Figsy.
It's a PlayStation Collection.